Reverend Jackson joins us here tonight.
It's painful, Ed. A lot of people are hurting. And I find it to be the strangest thing. We've conducted polls, as Jimmy Kimmel did, I might add. Do you support youth being on the parents' insurance till 26? They say yes. Think with the pre-existing care? Yes. Do you think there should be competition between the states, between insurance companies? Yes. I'm for affordable health care, but I'm not for Obamacare. That's like being for omelet without eggs. It's absurd.
So they have gained a lot with the American people by confusing them. That has been out there.
We're playing on a kind of anti-Obama mania hatred. That's why I'm urging people to say there is no Obama Act. There's an Affordable Health Care Act, whether you are Tea Party or Coffee Party, whether you're in the bowels of Mississippi, Louisiana, New York, Affordable Health Care Act for all Americans.
They want to get rid of it, obviously, and it was a crutch to get them to where we are right now. What happens to low-income people in this country if we default? There's going to be some serious belt tightening. Jobs are going to be lost.
Well, you lose jobs, and people who lose their jobs cannot pay their house note, car note, can't keep children in school, can't go to the hospital. In these same places, they're closing hospitals now, and they're closing post offices now. Plants are closing, jobs are leaving now, and so it will only make life much worse for those on the bottom who have no cushion.
What do desperate people do, Reverend?
They do desperate things. And the reason why the radio show host should not be race-baiting on this, most poor people are not black, they're not brown, they're white, they're female, they're young. But whether white, black, or brown, hunger matters, and everybody really is somebody. The attempt to put a safety net beneath which no American falls is a moral act.
What is the moral component of what's unfolding in Washington?
There is no winner in this situation. There is the Confederates are rejoicing. They are winning. The
Confederates?
Oh, yes, no doubt about that.
You told me on the radio you think this is the rebirth of the Confederacy.
They're basically, you have the poorest states sending billions back to Washington for Medicaid. They don't want the federal money to help the poorest people. It's Confederate. It's states' rights. It's not just Health Care Act. It's anti-voting. It's women's right to self-determination. It's a whole range of infrastructure issues that made America great the last 50 years.
How's the president doing?
He's doing very well by standing up and not bowing. Because, I mean, how much more sane can you be to look at all these Americans, 50 million in poverty, 53 million Americans are malnourished, and 20 million still looking for a job to provide for them health care for life options? That is a moral imperative.
Where do we go from here if there's a default?
Well, America will lose its credit rating standing in the world.
But what will be the social reaction? Do you really think people would take to the streets? Do you think that things could get so desperate in this country that there would be a social reaction?
There will be, and that must be. And right now, people are not acting in big numbers because they are traumatized. Even the sweetener, if you're not working, but you still get your check. That's like a sweetener trying to dampen protest. But people realize at some point in time, we have a right to expect our government to function. And no group such as this element of the Republican Party has a right to stop the functioning of our government, to increase insecurity and to reduce our standing in the world. When we should be focusing now on the revival of war on poverty and voter rights enforcement and forgiving student loan debt forgiveness and affordable housing for every American, here we are over here shutting the government down to prove an ideological point. And they're just like we're on AM saying America's government should function. They are on FM. They have a blind passion for ideology. And if the federal government stops or slows down, that's what they consider that to be victory.